Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and as always, I'm joined by...
Thomas.
And we are about to dive into a new adventure, the second story of Season 8, The Mind of Evil. And we'll be getting into that in a moment. As always, do like the video, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, pass it on to those you think might be interested. It's always fun to have people kind of engaging with the channel. Chuck your comments down below. We try and respond to things, and you can chat more with us about Doctor Who on our Discord server, for which there is a link in the description. So, Thomas, we're about to dive into The Mind of Evil. We've got a six-parter here. It was broadcast on the 30th of January to the 6th of March 1971, directed by Timothy Combe and written by Don Houghton, or Horton, depending how you say it.
Nice.
And yes, so Katy Manning, who plays Jo, said that this was her favourite story.
Oh, wow.
Interestingly, so we'll see
So
how
it was
that
only
goes.
downhill from here.
After this, it's all downhill. Now, a few people did say, if possible, we should watch the Blu-ray version of this because of the colorization that's been done to it. Now, we haven't got that. We're just watching the iPlayer version, so I don't know what we're going to get. But I've just got a bit of info about it here because I remember this. I think when I was younger, this came out on video and it was sort of black and white. So it says here, following the loss of all 6 of its 625-line PAL colour videotapes, which were either erased for reuse or destroyed, The Mind of Evil became the most missing serial of the Jon Pertwee era, in that not even a frame of it survived in colour on any broadcast quality medium. Fortunately, the whole of it remained available as a 16mm black and white telerecording due to some of BBC Enterprise's overseas customers requiring this format for transmission. Additionally, a few colour clips survived from an off-air home recording, which allowed for some scenes to be recoloured for the 1998 VHS release. Its DVD release marked its complete restoration with all 6 episodes recoloured. So yeah, this is one of those funny stories that I remember seeing photos and bits from it as a child, and you get bits that were colour and bits that weren't, and there was, when you're younger, you don't quite understand why some of it in colour and why some of it not. And obviously, the material was there, the episodes were there, but the colour stuff had been lost. But it's been, I don't know how they've recoloured all the rest of it, whether it was done like as a, it's obviously not a frame by frame job because that would be absolutely painstaking. But they must have, they found some way to restore it. So I'm pretty sure the whole of the Pertwee era now exists in colour.
Right, yeah.
So we're now able to watch the whole thing in glorious Technicolor as well. So should we
Wonderful.
crack on and see where we go?
People talking about us watching it on Blu-ray. Who uses DVDs anymore?
Physical, well, you
Sorry.
see, these Doctor Who fans, you see,
Yes.
they're big on their physical mediums.
Yeah,
Because
no.
you get a lot of I would be tempted by the Blu-rays, not because I want to watch the episodes again, but really because there's a lot of extras on them.
Yes.
So, the one thing I will say, I'll throw this out now to anyone out there who might be able to help us out. The Tom Baker years was a video that was released, which had a clip of Tom Baker Tom Baker watching a clip of every single one of his stories, like reacting to it.
Oh, cool.
And it's on one of the season box sets. It's not available anywhere else, I don't think. If anyone knows how we can get hold of a copy of that without having to buy the whole Blu-ray, let us know. But otherwise,
and then
I
we
might
could
buy the
react
Blu-ray.
to those. So
We
that
could
we're
react to the
reacting
reaction.
Yeah.
There's the Tom Baker years. It was a phenomenal video. I remember as a kid, it was a double video pack. I got it for $4.99 because the box was damaged.
Right. Wow.
And it's gold. It's absolute gold. Tom Baker watching himself, commenting on it. So
Well,
anyway,
the thing is, I wasn't being snobbish. I love DVDs. I loved VHS growing up. The thing is, so like my laptops now don't even have disc drives. The TV in our house doesn't have a DVD player, so there's not really any way I can watch them.
Wait there 1 second. You can keep this in the video.
Yeah, go on.
I'm back. You just talk about
this is exciting.
physical media. You've already seen this, Thomas. Some people on the Discord will have seen this. I've still got in this office here, because I haven't decided what to do with them, my Doctor Who VHS tapes from when I was a child.
No way.
So there's the Troughton... Oh, hang on. There's the Troughton years. Here's the Pertwee years. Yeah. And I've got no idea what to do with these because some of the videos have got a little bit mouldy, actually, I think, inside. Some of them are fine, but all the boxes are pretty great, and they're all in good condition in terms of stuff. But yeah, physical media, I can't quite bring myself to part with it.
Yeah, there is something
said,
lovely about it, isn't there?
Exactly, and actually it's got all the kind of bits inside. I did find a receipt inside one of them from like 1994 in my copy of the Five Doctors or something ridiculous. But I think it was £9.99.
Pounds?
Yeah. Old pence. And shillings, yeah. Someone said I should take the covers and make them into like a display. Like maybe just cut out the front covers of all the Doctor Who videos and make them into a kind of put them on a board or something and mount them. I don't know, but anyway, I digress. But yeah, physical media. There we go. This for some, there'll be some people watching this who have literally never seen a VHS tape. Like, there you go.
It's
you
a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Doctor Who, the Pertwee years.
Oh,
classic. So should we? Yeah, I don't even know what's on here.
I remember watching Wallace and Gromit VHSs and BBC logo when it came up at the start, and it had the red, blue, and green.
Yeah, I mean, it tells you here some bits. I won't spoil anything because the Pertwee era. Because the Troughton one had like not missing episodes. It had some of the orphaned episodes on. Like episode 2 of. Episode 2 of the Space Pirates, which is a deep joy. But the Pertwee era obviously existed, so they did put things on here though. So episode 7 of Inferno was on here. His first appearance as the Doctor, a glimpse into the costume and special effects store at BBC Enterprises, and then some unused title footage, sequence, tests, and some interviews and bits. So I mean, there's lots of good stuff on there. Which is probably now residing on a season Blu-ray box somewhere, those bits.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I got a bit caught up in physical media.
That is very interesting.
Maybe if people would like to see a whole video on me just holding up Doctor Who videos and talking about them, I can do that.
Paul reacts to the boxes of...
Oh, wow! What's this? Ah! If I was a real kind of reactor, we'd just have them behind us, wouldn't we? Like racked up somewhere, like and those Funko Pop dolls. That's what people seem to have a lot of as well. Like.
Yes, yeah. I need to give my background some work because it's basically my bedroom.
I love that you've got your laundry. You've got your laundry behind you there.
Hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation.
On the Discord server, Thomas does a whole review of his pants and this is my underwear drawer.
It's not unboxing, it's unboxering.
Yeah, well, that sounds a bit dodgy.
Oh, God. Not me taking them off.
That's not on the Discord. I wouldn't want anyone to join the Discord under false pretenses. So.
Unboxering. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not going to take off my boxes.
We should probably watch The Mind of Evil.
Yeah, we should. That was one of the strangest tangents we've ever seen. Oh yeah, that's his face.
I've always liked the way that went. His face appears from the effect of the camera being pointed down the lens there, though.
Yes.
And the colours. I'm a big fan of this title sequence and theme tune. I think this is the same theme tune they use for Big Finish for all the classic Doctors, even though it's not the Pertwee era. So even McCoy and Colin Baker and Peter Davison seem to have this theme, I think.
Yeah.
Although the 8th Doctor has his own. But...
Well, you're right about the castle bit. It used to be a fortress in the Middle Ages.
Is it highlighted, the subtitles?
It does look a bit like that, doesn't it?
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Thanks, Joe.
There's something about his outfit there that reminds me a bit of a vicar, like a bishop or something. I think it's the colours, and the kind of sash type thing over him.
Yeah.
You're on camera.
Oh, they've actually gone somewhere else in this story. The music here reminds me a bit of the Glob Go Gab Galab. Did I show you that video?
You did, yeah, I remember.
I am the Glob Go Gab Galab.
He's not used the old psychic paper there, just an actual pass.
Yeah.
Right, open the gates.
I mean, you say they've gone somewhere else. I'm going to say this in every story, but this is a strength of the Pertwee era, that despite the fact that they are on Earth and it's limited in some ways,
Yeah.
you get a lot of this location stuff where they're using real places. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't mock that up in the studio very easily, not on a budget.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know exactly where they filmed that.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, it does a lot with its restrictions. Now, Paul, you know you don't like how whenever he's referred to as Doctor Who,
Yeah.
his number plate is Who.
Who won? Oh, it's that guy again.
Ah,
What did we last see him in? The bald guy.
the guy with the lab coat.
He was in Inferno. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't in Inferno. I tell a lie. He was in some of the
Oh, I do recognise him.
Hartnell era, wasn't he? Forget which story he was in. He appears in quite a number of Doctor Who stories over the years, so...
Is that the thing from the Web Planet? The thing hanging down?
Criminals and killers.
Ooh.
Modern society has progressed far beyond that primitive form of retribution. Today, science has abolished the hangman's noose and substituted this infallible method. Professor Emil Keller,
are usually on very shaky ground.
for the benefit of the less sophisticated members of my audience, I will explain in very simple terms. Professor Emil Keller, the inventor of this process, discovered that antisocial behavior was governed by certain negative or evil impulses.
Oh man, this is like Clockwork Orange or something, isn't
The
it?
Keller machine extracts these impulses and leaves a rational, well-balanced individual.
Yeah, that's a great concept.
May I be permitted to continue?
Yes, please do.
Thank you. And today,
The colour
we shall witness 100
looks quite good to me.
Thank you.
And then you compare it to something like the Silurians, where we had a lot of bleed and stuff, didn't we? Had a kind of pinkish hue around certain things. Don't really appear to have much of that, or any of that, going on.
Yeah, this looks
When the
quite good,
process
I'd
is
say.
completed, the negative impulses
Yeah,
that
very
make
much so.
a man a criminal will have been removed. He will take his place as a useful, if lowly, member of society. Are you ready, Dr. Summers? Yes.
Yeah, that is quite.
This is another thing that
dystopian
feels
novel.
like... I was going to say, this show exists in this slightly kind of dystopian future from, just ahead of where we are, in contemporary terms of when they're watching. Things feel a little bit futuristic, but slightly dystopian. Oh,
Yeah.
nice effect. Lighting effect. That was done well.
I knew there was something evil about that machine.
Something evil about that machine.
It says here actually in my notes that a guy called Stuart Humphreys, who is called on YouTube, is a channel called Babel Colour, manually recoloured episode 1
Oh, no way.
as it lacked the necessary chroma dot information to enable it to be restored to colour from black and white. So there you go. And actually I'm familiar with Babel Colour. I followed his channel for a long time on YouTube, he's done a lot of good things.
The doctor has
Oh,
found that
cool.
it at a unit, Mr. Kettering.
So I know Rich Tickle did a bit of colorization, didn't he?
Task Force.
Right, yeah.
I think he did a bit on the Hartnell era,
To mankind.
which is controversial because it was never meant to be in colour, I guess, but intriguing to see.
Yeah, purists will differ on these things.
Yeah, it's like, do you watch the version of It's a Wonderful Life in colour? Yeah, this looks, because sometimes recolorized stuff you can sort of tell it looks a bit weird, but I think if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
No, I think you're right, yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed it.
I think that's how Stuart Humphreys started out. I understand kind of the Babel Colour stuff. He was just doing it off his own back and putting it on YouTube. And I don't think he got into trouble with the BBC. I think there was some issue at one point where there was questions being asked about whether he should be, whether there were copyright issues with what he was doing, and then I think eventually they actually roped him in to do things officially for them.
Oh, cool.
He also, just his Twitter is great because he just posts old photos that have been like restored, like not necessarily recolored, but he'll say this is original color, but it was so faded. He's then brought it out, and you get photos that were taken in like, 1901, but they look like perfect HD photos from today. They're incredible.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Unit will be responsible for the safe transport of the missile.
Unital.
Can't remember if I said, I'm not sure it came up at the time, Thomas. Richard Franklin, who plays Yates there, he only passed away, I think he may have died on Christmas Day last year.
Oh gosh, okay.
It was somewhere, I might be wrong about the date, but it was only the end of the last year. But he was still up till the end, I think, quite involved with sort of Doctor Who conventions and things for as long as he could.
Right.
Well, this is interesting that for the era, we have an Asian character being played by an Asian.
Oh wow, yeah.
And there's a story coming in the Tom Baker era. We'll know when we get there. That doesn't have a great reputation for its portrayal of Asian characters.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite interested to watch this story because I'm not hugely familiar with it. I think I've only seen it once all the way through.
Nice. This is some quite nice location work.
It feels like a sort of spy film of that era.
That is a big cigar. Oh, around a load of dry leaves. That's a bit risky, isn't it?
I wonder if the Brigadier has the record for a character in Doctor who delivers the most dialogue through a phone.
Yeah.
Not the majority of his dialogue, but compared to any other character, I swear he spends more time going, "What's that? Yes, of course, I'll be right there." Well, stop it, man.
He's often on the phone, isn't he?
Interesting little design on the Keller machine there. Little dome on the top.
This is a proper little prison, isn't it? Oh, the thing with the dome on the top. I almost want to have a look at it. Well, it is a bit Dalek-esque, isn't it? No.
Oh, this guy was so confident a minute ago, he doesn't seem quite so happy anymore.
I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot of domes, the quarks. That was an interesting death.
Concept's great, isn't it? Really like this. I'm genuinely invested.
Yeah, it is nice.
You telephoned me immediately.
Yes.
No, Captain, you didn't. You telephoned me at exactly 12:24.
Garden. Oh. Some nice Pertwee gurning at the end.
There was a little bit of gurning there going on.
Wow. I'm
There we go.
intrigued. Yeah.
Yes.
What the heck is going on there?
It's a strong start, actually, isn't it? And like I said, I never actually had this on video or anything, so it's not one I'm hugely familiar with. So, although I know sort of the basic concept behind it, I don't really remember much about having seen it before. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed that. That's kind of really gripped me. I think, as you say, the concept is good. These guys being the machine, kind of killing people in ways that seem inexplicable given where they are.
Yes. Yeah, and it is a bit Clockwork Orange, this idea of correcting criminals, but then it turns out to be a very dystopian idea because it's like, we think whenever we think we have a cure for like the problem of human evil, it ends up shooting off in another direction and having side effects. And
Are they really evil, Thomas? I mean, no one grows up wrong.
That's a good point.
Space babies.
Space.
I see Rusty Davis won't be using this. He'll be like, this is not good. Davros can't have Davros because he's in a wheelchair, and therefore it makes us think all people in wheelchairs are evil. This makes us think that all people in prison are terrible people. Shocking.
They're just misunderstood.
Misunderstood, yeah. But no one grows up wrong, so they must be okay, really. Dear me. It was a really good start. So I'm kind of intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah. Now, you said that dome thing. Does it remind you of anything? And I feel like that might have been a hint as to what potentially the villain is or what's going on. But honestly, I feel like I've seen a lot of domes. So I'm afraid it's not quite clicking at the moment. But
Millennium Dome.
Even in Doctor Who. I mean, one thing it did remind me of was like the jar that the brains are in Keys of Marinus.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a throwback, wouldn't it?
It would. Yeah. I don't think anyone was crying out for them to come back.
Dear me. Well, we will find out, I suppose, won't we?
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Take care. See ya.